For Jun, he would like to create a lot of things. The house for himself, human body, even clone himself. The parts, well, I think he means legs, hands, and dollars, money, another 3D printer, chips, and neuro robots. Well, a lot of things he would like to generate, to create by a 3D printer. Okay, for the next one is Jimmy. Okay, please.
So we can we edit our job? Can we edit 就是编辑我们的，就是修改一下我们的评分，在那个植物园上面。
I'm not sure.
是好，我是不手机。好吧。
I will check that later.
Thank you.
So let's go to
Hello, and my name is Jimmy. And if I have a powerful 3D printing, I want to build a new Earth. And since in our planet we encounter many dangers, for example, we are faced with the danger of IS. They have guns, they have weapons, and they can easily take one of our lives on the spot, and it is intolerable. And this is why I want to build a new Earth, and everyone can get rid of the ice. We can escape the terror of living under the ice. And another danger is the wars. And in Western Asia, they always kill people for territory, oil, and the racial discrimination. And it always sacrifices many children and the elder people. If I successfully create a new Earth, I will let everyone equally have their freedom to survive and stop the wars. I want to build a peaceful paradise. And besides the ice and wars, we also have a water crisis. And take myself for example. And recently I back to my dormitory, and I always notice the announcement in the lobby. It says the dormitory cannot offer the service of doing the laundry since the government stopped offering water. Jesus, I should do the laundry since I have not washed my clothes for 2 days, and it not smell good. Okay, but the serious news is that our population is over 70 billion. If we just do nothing, the lack of water will be more serious. And this is why I want to create a new Earth, and everyone can use water endlessly. And finally, with the advancement of technology, the powerful 3D print may be a real reality in one day. Besides creating a new Earth, maybe I will use it to help others and help those who is disabled. Maybe if they don't have arms, I give them arms. And if they don't have legs, I give them legs. If they don't have a girlfriend, I don't know, okay? And this is my answer. Thanks.
For Jimmy, he would like to create a new Earth, and he would like to decide who can live, who cannot. And well, very good. Louis, your turn.
I'm going to talk about what you want to build by a powerful 3D printer. I have divided my presentation into two main parts. First part, I will introduce some chemical background and what do I want to build by a powerful 3D printer. Second part, I will show you applications of this physical object. And I want to build metal organic framework, abbreviated to MOS. MOFS. The MOS are compound consisting of metal ions and the ligand, and it coordinate to organic molecules to form 1, 2, or 3-dimensional structures that can be porous. More formally, MOS is a coordination network, which is a coordination compound extending through repeating coordination entities in 1 dimension, but with cross-link between 2 or more individual chain extending through repeating coordination entity in 2 or 3 dimensions, and finally, the coordination polymer is formed. For example, this is structure. This is polymer in that, and the green ball is zinc, metal ion, and the red ball is oxygen, the blue ball is nitrogen, and the green ball is carbon. The geometry is storage tetrahedral. Coordination number is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the ligand, the 2 ligand. The structure is
sorry, he didn't know you are not from the Department of Chemistry.
and the other ligand is BNIP. And by the cross-link, one cross-link each other, it can form a chain structure, is 2D dimensional structure. This is 2D dimensional structure. And the 2D dimensional structure penetration each other, each one. It can form the 3D dimensional structure. And this one is another expression called topology. 中文叫拓扑 is another expression to understand what the structure easier. And you can say the whole size. And this one. Now, and the size of hole is less, which it can function to separate and absorption gas. And now I want to turn to second part. The application of MOS are gases separation and adsorption, such as MEP and the carbon dioxide. This is MEP, the carbon dioxide, nitrogen, and hydrogen. And this is I want to emphasize. Other possible applications of MOS are gas purification, in gas storage, in catalyst, and as sensor. I built this MOS which can separate greenhouse gases, such as methane and the carbon dioxide. And I want to design the end product to field form, which it can be coated to any physical object surface medium, such as trimming of factory and the exhaust pipe of mobile device. In this way, it can reduce greenhouse gases emission. Not only that, I hope this MOS will combine with artificial chlorophyll, 一种人工的叶绿素 And this combination is not only separation greenhouse gases, but also change gases into energy by sunlight. And the energy can be used by factory and the mobile device. It's a self-sufficient way. That's all. Hope you all like my presentation. Thank you very much.
Well, Louis, he is from the Department of Chemistry. I wish you enjoy this presentation. Well, I like his application parts because he can tell us what kind of organic mental frameworks and how to build up a 3D critical structure. And the application is to do the gas absorption or separate those particles in the air and then just clean up the air for our environment. That is very good to use. And who is the next one? Michael?
Hi, I'm Michael. Today, I'm talking about what do you want to build by a powerful 3D printer. In the beginning, we need to know the 3D printer, how it works, how it creates things. So 3D printer, it's any of variety processes used to create objects in three dimensions. In 3D printing, active processes are used, in which successfully layers of material are laid down one by one. All of these we can control by a computer program. This object can be any forms and any shapes. That means we can create or reproduce objects that we need or its things. So back to this object. I want to build two things. First, the space station. Like the movie Interstellar. We can live in there in the future because our plane one day may run out of resource and we need to stop for another plane to live. And the space station is first, and then we can move to another plane. But if human being can find another plane, so we need to live in the space station. So we need a lot of them. We still need to find out how we can adapt to live in outer space, but life will find a way out. It always can. Second, I want to use the 3D printer to print resource. Because Earth will run out of fuel, food, all the resources that human beings need. So if I can print it out we need, we won't cost any Earth or resource, and we use to print it and we have unlimited resource. That means those resources can support our daily life. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. He would like to create two things: space station and unlimited resources. Well, like food, stuff like that. The needs for the human beings. Okay, very good. So Mira, you are the next one. Her name is not Lisa. Mira. How to spell your name? Can you teach me?
M-I-R-A. 3D printer, and it is also the direction of what I will work towards. It can be called the great drawer. In my mind, using by the advanced 3D printer, we can get a real substantiality instantly. Maybe it sounds abstract. I will show you what the great advantage it has as follows. First, we can always have the useful software for outputting the 2D patterns no sooner than we input the function of what we want. However, when it comes to some special curves in 3D, just like this, we could only imagine them by our space imagination. So just like me, when I'm studying in some subjects like geography, I will feel hard to describe and calculate when the curves are really complicated. In this way, I can introduce you the first application. It is developing the quality of mathematics education. In this way, we can pinpoint the true tangent and angle, just like the tangent angle and the gyration trend, what they will go for. So we need to prove or calculate some geography questions. Because of this invention, students can understand what they learn better and work further in this field. This is the 3 application. Second, taught by the magic trumps of 3D massively multiplayer online game, more and more people are fond of playing this kind of game. But few people know that most of this game is designed by mathematics background. We use metrics to express the graphical mathematics, such as angular rotation and the position of points in 3D. Thanks to this invention, we can use this new 3D printer to materialize the coordinate space and apply sorts of new ideas to the game development. Third, it also benefits mathematical modeling a lot, to some extent. A mathematical model usually describes a system by a set of variables and a set of equations to establish relationships between the variables. Variables may be a lot of types. For example, the real or integer numbers, Boolean values or strings, and so on. Especially when we meet some real questions, we need a mathematical model to analyze and quantize this question, and in turn we can have a full picture of this issue. In the past, we always spent a lot of time to imagine the virtual shape of model before it is come to service. Nevertheless, by this way, we can shorten this time and enhance the efficiency immensely. That's all. Thank you.